Morning, fourth graders.
Good morning, fourth graders.
Good morning.
All right, we're going to start with our morning greeting today. Today is Monday, March 30th, 2020.
And we're going to start with our, Mrs. Williams, go for it. Sharing.
We're going to start with our sharing, guys. We'd love to hear about what you've been doing on spring break. You can either post a video of you sharing it on Seesaw, or if you want to email us, you can contact us either way. We'll start with what we've been doing a little bit while we've been gone. So spring break this week, we've been trying to get out as much as possible as a family. We've been going on walks and taking our two dogs going for walks, and the kids have been loving getting their bikes out again. And the days it's been kind of rainy and cold, we've been trying to pull out some board games. Monopoly is kind of a favorite in our family, so we've been doing some Monopoly in the house and enjoying some of our meals that we get to have together during the day that we normally can't. Mrs. Schwartz, what have you guys been doing?
We've been hanging out trying to get our classroom ready for this week, and been working on a little bit of math and reading during the day. We live out on a farm, so we've been doing a lot of maple syruping. So we got our first batch of maple syrup done yesterday. And other than that, we've just been playing outside and enjoying our time. Mrs. Schwinn, how about you?
As most of you know, we were planning to go to California to visit my parents, but obviously that trip got canceled with everything going on. So we're trying to make the most of it at home. We also have been outside a lot. That has really helped make the days go faster. We live near a river, so Tommy and I and Mr. Schwen have been going down and exploring there. That's been kind of fun. And again, we play a lot of family games at nighttime, watching some movies, things like that. So making the best of it.
Awesome.
All right. Sorry, we're going to go on now to announcements. We have several announcements, being that this is our first kind of morning greeting, first time doing this. So every morning you're going to want to check on the YouTube channel to check for our morning greeting for our greeting, for announcements, and your tasks for the day. So our first announcements, just remember there's no school now until May 4th. So the distant learning starts today. Okay, so like I said, you're going to want to start every day checking out this morning message. Okay. Distant learning, we are using the Nevlin Distant Learning Matrix for grade 4 for the next 2 weeks. That came in the bag that you received last week, right? We will have a morning greeting and explain what the daily must-dos and may-dos are. We will be available through email, Remind, and or Seesaw during the normal school hours. So from about 8 every morning till about 2:30ish every afternoon. One of us will be checking in with you weekly. One of us will be calling you weekly, and if we can't get a hold of you on the phone, then we will contact you some other way. We would look forward to talking to you and checking in.
All right, some of our must-dos for Monday are, for reading, we just want you to read for 20 minutes. If you picked up your packet, you should have a brand new book in there. You could start reading that, or if you have a different favorite book at home, you could read your favorite book at home. So just a good 20 minutes of reading, and then summarize what you read about with someone in your house. So talk to a brother, sister, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, whoever's in your house about something or what you read about for that 20 minutes. If you want to, too, you can go on to Seesaw and tell us what you read about, too. Just do a quick little post on there about your summary of your reading for the day. The second one is kind of a fun one. It's for math. It is to make a journal entry about either a prime or a composite number and its feelings about its fact family. So if you remember, prime numbers, they only have 2 numbers in their fact family, the number 1 and the number that they are. And then for composite numbers, they have more than one. So it might be if it's 20, it might be 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. So talk about how they feel. If they don't have many people in their fact family, how do they feel about that? Or if they have a lot, how do they feel about that? Just kind of a fun, silly little thing. And again, you can write it on a piece of paper. You can tell someone in your family, or go ahead and go on Seesaw and tell us all about it. All right. That's it for your must-dos.
Great. And then when you guys are done with your must-dos, then you can choose from any of these things on the list underneath the may-dos. So the first thing that we have for you for today, for Monday, is a science activity. So if you guys own a device and if you are able to download the Scratch Junior app, you can use what you've learned in Launch about coding, and you could perform any coding skills or create things. We'd love to see and hear about things that you've done on that. or you can choose some social and emotional skills. This week we're going to talk, or for today we're going to have compassion as our topic. So a couple questions that you could journal or you can share it on Seesaw is, when have you ever felt compassion for someone or something? And when is a situation that you could show compassion? And again, you can just talk about this with your family, maybe the topic at dinner time or at lunchtime. You could do it during that time. Or it could be like, again, it could be something you could share it with us on the Seesaw. For music, maybe while you're working on your schoolwork, you could play some calm instrumental music, things that we've Googled in the classroom with you guys, so you can just listen to some of that music while you're doing your schoolwork. And then a little Phi-Ed component for you guys, a muscular strength with your arms. So we have a little challenge for you that you could do with your siblings or your family members. The first thing would be to hold your arms straight out to your side and do it as long as you can. And then make sure that you write down your time and then who you challenged. And maybe you could try it yourself, maybe your best out of 3 and see what you could do. So just some choices for you guys, a little bit of a variety for you to go along with your must-dos for both your math and your reading.
Awesome. And just remember, any of this you can share on Seesaw or email us, anything that you want. You don't have to, but it'd be fun for us to see it too and see some of your work. And just remember, this is new to all of us. We miss you so much. We'd much rather be in the classroom, seeing your wonderful faces and smiles every single day. But for now, we're just going to have to make the most of this and try to get some work done through email, Remind, and Seesaw. And like I said, one of us will be calling you each week to check in, maybe more than once a week, to see how you're doing and at least hear your wonderful voices. Again, make sure you contact us with any questions through email, through Remind, or through Seesaw. Okay, anything else, Mrs. Schwartz or Mrs. Williams, that I'm forgetting?
Nope,
I don't think so.
That's good.
Okay, we miss you guys. Have a great day. We can't wait to hear from you.
Miss you guys.
Bye,
Goodbye.
guys. Have a good Monday.
Bye.